This is Captain Noob, and this is the AN-94. This peculiarly designed Russian rifle has one purpose in its life: to put 2 bullets in a very tight grouping. Basically, when you fire this weapon, this thing is designed to penetrate body armor, so it'll fire off 2 rounds so quick that you can barely distinguish between the individual rounds, and it'll put them in a very, very tight grouping to penetrate body armor and something like that. I don't think this thing was too successful. I think the Ruskies used something else, but the whole design premise is cool, and also the mag is a little bit slanted there, just like the thing in real life, so attention to detail. Right, now we'll get into these attachments. We've got these things. Basically, it's going to be mimicking the assault rifle attachment, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and make this one semi-auto, but we'll make another auto one off-screen, which is good. You can't do anything with that, that's just how it is. Now for the stocks, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, because this is all unique assets that we haven't seen before, except these look familiar. I've probably seen them with the modern weapons mod. Anyways, now these magazines is where it starts to get real crazy. So you've got basically these magazines that'll go up a little bit further each time. You've got the medium, smalls, and the quick eject and all of that. And then you've got the massive magazine, which is just this whole monstrosity here, which I won't be chucking on this one, but maybe on the automatic one we'll do that. But for this one, I think a large quick eject mag is probably what we're wanting to do with that. Next up, for the sights, you can have a default sight or rail sights, and all of these next sights here with the scopes and reflexes, they're all sort of attaching with the tactical rail there, and the ones with these scopes actually have sort of the special rails there to actually hold that in place. That looks definitely brilliant there. I remember seeing that side of a scope whilst playing Battlefield 3 and 4, because yeah, the AN-94 was in those games and it was good. So the Spectre scope looks kind of good. We'll chuck that on there. It's got that cool little tactical rail on it. And for the muzzle, we'll definitely go for a suppressor, but you could actually attach a high-tech suppressor, which increases your accuracy, and it doesn't compromise on range like the AN-94 suppressor does. Also, it looks like it's something out of XCOM, which is suited of this weapon, I think. Now, what else is there? So you've got the option of actually changing the caliber of this weapon. This thing by itself is doing 264 damage already, which is pretty good. I'd imagine that this thing has the 2-shot effect by default to mimic that whole 2 rounds firing in very quick succession. So we won't use anything more than let's say 5.56s just to keep this as real as we can, I guess. And we'll go for a little bit of armor-piercing rounds. I guess that'll punch through the combat armor nicely in Gunner's Plaza. You can also change the paint on this, which some of them look to be like Creation Club sort of paints, but you know what? We'll go for the flames there, because flames can never be tacky on a rifle. And of course, you've got a legendary effect if you really want it. You can make this 2-shot for even more memes, but no, we'll keep it as is there. I'll grab an automatic one, and I'll see you in Gunner's Plaza. Right, let's shoot people. First off, we've just got our one with the advanced receiver, and there's a little bit of a look at the reload animation in first person there. There is obviously going to be a third person animation to match it, and we'll get to that soon. But yeah, that's a huge zoom in you get from the scope that you've got on this, but that's fine because we can kill people super easy. And the thing about the AN-94 is that there's no limit to the rate of fire at which you fire this thing. So if you want, you can just fire this thing that fast, super fast. We don't have to worry about sneaking, because this thing has just got the damage output to throw down with all of the gunners there, even the basic ones. Would you believe the basic ones get one-shotted by this? Okay, we'll just kill these turrets, and then we'll get these people down here. Now the big mag we've got on this gives us almost like 60 bullets in a mag, so we're pretty much good to just keep on gunning these gunners for the rest of the day. This thing is going to be firing for a long time before it has to reload. It's unfortunate that the sight here is a little bit not calibrated properly to the middle of the screen, but that's fine. We can just hip fire that dude and get away with it. No need to sneak, although I want to get the sneak attack criticals starting off in this next little moment here. Never mind. Okay, we'll switch over to our automatic one, and then we can not go as well, because this thing doesn't have a great rate of fire whilst going automatic. Also, that turret just shot us in the face. That looked like it hurt. And yep, this thing, I wouldn't recommend using it in automatic because it's not going to be firing fast enough. Also, I've got the giant monstrosity mag on it. It's crazy. But the recoil on this thing is manageable to get away with firing like this, although I'm standing still taking all of these bullets, just out-tanking these dudes. Yeah, this is fun. Also, the massive mag breaks the animation because, yeah, the mag doesn't completely get to disappear from your view, so, yeah, you're just chucking the same mag in and it's resupplying itself. Don't think we don't notice that. Okay, so knowing this thing isn't too great with the automatic receiver, yeah, I got there eventually. I think it is time to go back and we'll finish off with a bit of this one, the one with the semi-auto or the advanced receiver that usually works well. And since this is like a see-through scope type weapon, we don't have to worry about the huge zoom in, potentially throwing off our aim in close quarters, because we can just go into third person and mow people down like that. Anyway, much better damage output from the advanced receiver than you get from the automatic, which is realistic because I think this gun only fires at like 650 rounds per minute after the 2 shots that are fired off really fast at the start. But yeah, you can make this thing fire that bloody fast. It also consumes 2 bullets per shot, except for when it doesn't. It sometimes does it sometimes doesn't. I'm not sure what's going on there, but for the most part it's pretty nice when it actually does consume the 2 ammos per shot, because you don't see a lot of weapons with burst fire in Fallout 4. I think that's a little bit hard to sort of code with your weapons. But yeah, impressed with it so far. Damage is great. We'll move on to some tanky super mutants because this thing should be able to cut through them nice and easily. Okay, so I've made a third AN-94. This time we've got a long scope on it, and I actually want to test out whether this thing can benefit from the sniper perk as we just crash through everything and make a whole lot of noise, yet still remain undetected there. Right, so this thing's got explosive bullets as well, which do reduce your ballistic damage a little bit, so it's not completely overpowered like the explosive effect would be. It's a little bit more restrained than that, but yeah, as you can tell with the sneak attack criticals we're getting with this thing, it's not really going to matter all that much. Alright, you're next, mate. Ooh, someone's there, he said. He was sort of onto me for a second, and also so was that dude, because I come out of crouching for a bit, but he is now dead, and we should probably just find out where the other bloke is and try to get him from there. It's kind of like an explosive shotgun in the fact that it fires 2 explosive projectiles at once, and yeah, but not quite like a shotgun because it's only firing 2. Right, now to kill these doggos. No howling. My ears are sore from firing this thing because it's very loud, even with a suppressor. Not really, but yeah, you can shut up with your howling. For some reason, even after if you kill them whilst they're howling, the howling will continue rather than just all of a sudden stop, which is kind of annoying. We are just decimating these super mutants there. There's that nice little reload from the taped mags that we've got in. And you know what, we'll go into third person just so we can see that reload animation properly. There we go. You can actually see your character reach across the weapon to actually get it reloaded. Here's a better shot of that. Nice. I really do like these animations. Basically, all of the animations I find that WarDaddy do are very solid. And the sounds too are actually good as well, although I'm pretty sure I'm hearing just the regular assault rifle sounds, but just with the suppressed. So I think the unsuppressed noises are actually altered. And I thought I crashed for a second, but then I realized we're not playing Junk Master, so that was just the game saying, nah, these extra frames, you don't need them, so I'll just cut down for a moment. And you know what, we'll do a little bit of pest extermination too. That should be fine. Down you go, little bug dudes, and we'll kill the doggos too, because they're super mutants and therefore deserve to die despite being one's doggos. I'm not sure how they came to be, but yeah, there's no law reasons. Fallout 4 just has a habit of not explaining how things got there, and also where the hell is the lighting here? Up on the roof probably. There it is, some of it. Alright, so we know this thing's pretty good when it takes on super mutants, so we'll go ahead and take on a tougher super mutant. Hey, there's a swan over there, let's go ahead and kill him. Now, I've come to the conclusion that you can actually fire this thing faster than you can with the automatic one, whilst on the semi-auto one. You just gotta click the mouse button as fast as you can, really. Also, oh, you've detected me, have you? Well, I don't think that'll last long. Yeah, goodbye, swan, you will not be missed. Okay, we can punch through the monster's health bar really quickly with the help of sneak attack criticals. So we'll go ahead and find some of our scarier, more fast-moving target, and hopefully that will put up much more of a fight. Okay, it's raining, it's pouring, and the specular maps have been turned up to 1,337. Let's kill this giant ghoul over here. So I'm still hoping this thing... Oh, yes, it is compatible with the sniper perk. So, yep, I'm not even going to bother letting this bloke see me. I'm just going to get him with all of the sniper shots that I can, knock you down. Also, I'm pulling my mouse down like crazy to keep this thing on aim, because obviously with that higher magnification, it's a little bit harder to actually track your enemies and deal with the recoil. Ooh. Oh, he's too close. He one-shot me at this rate. Okay, come here. Come closer. Come on. Okay, we got him once. Okay, for some reason I found that really funny. He was about to ragdoll into oblivion over there, but then he just went into the water, and I could hear him scream as he went along. Oh dear. Am I drinking the 6... Yep, okay. I'm drinking the rum tims at a 6% alcohol volume, and it's getting to me a little bit. But yep, we'll just go ahead and kill the rest of these bugs, and I think we'll call that a video. So yep, there you go. That was AN-94, and it was a great weapon to use. Great animations, fantastic performance, cool sounds, cool everything really. The customization, everything is here. This is what the benchmark of weapon mods should be these days. Also, I shot myself there because the weapon drawed up too slow and it was pointing at the ground when I first shot it. I want to try that again. Can you do that again? Yes, we can. Let's just switch the... Yep, it happened again. Be sure to watch out for that if you actually use this weapon. Don't fire when the weapon is pointed down. Make sure you aim down sights first. Makes the sole survivor actually point the weapon in the right direction. Otherwise, it'll end in your untimely death. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description. The animation mod will be on WarDaddy's Discord. I suggest you join that because he's got all these updates of his mods there, and plus there's a few cool extra little sections in there that you might like. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Thank you for watching, guys.